Hey guys, Jared here with a Gameovation Conversation video where today I'm going to be joined by T and we're going to be giving our predictions for the final two characters that are going to be included in the Fighters Pass Volume 2 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We had Pyra and Mythra announced 2 months ago now, and it feels like we're starting to get to the horizon of when we're going to be seeing the next character announced. Hey T, how are you doing?
I'm alright, yes. Excited to share my my characters with you.
It's been a little while since we've done one of these Gameovation Conversation videos, and
it has, yes.
I just want to kickstart things by asking you that: are we both in agreement that the next Smash Bros. Character announcement is going to be at E3 next month?
Yes, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, because I think this is going to be the WoW character.
Yes.
Like your Banjo and your Sephiroth, I do think this will be the WoW.
Yeah, out of the 2 remaining characters, I think this one's going to be the real showstopper, let's say.
I had an idea just now about, literally just now, in this moment, how I think they've shuffled the order around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
With Pyra and Mythra, I think they were going to be the last, like, DLC character, like the Byleth.
And they realised how much of a bombshell that was when everyone hated that Byleth was the last character announced. They're like, okay, let's switch these around now.
Because I do think what I think is, well, obviously I think what I think is true about, you starting off with your DLC and Nintendo home character, Piranha Plant, Min Min, then you go your third parties, and then you end with a Nintendo character.
Mm.
But I think they've moved Mythra and Pyra around from the end to the middle, unless obviously, Sakurai does his own thing. He marches to the beat of his own drum.
That's true. We never know what's going in. We never know what's going on inside the crazy mind of Sakurai. Who knows?
Oh no.
So anyway, let's crack on with our first character prediction, which we're assuming that is going to be announced next month at E3. So T, start things off with who you think is going to get announced at E3 this year.
Right, I'm going to set the scene. So you have the Smash Brothers cross, the bloop.
Yes.
And it just opens up to a beach.
Ooh.
And you can just see someone's cross-legged, and they're on this chair, and they're cross-legged, tapping their toes to some music. And here comes Coco. Crash, this is for you.
Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun. Crash spins onto the scene. I know, something cheesy like that.
Yeah.
That'd be the WoW character. Anyway, you mentioned before in some of your videos that Alika may have mentioned him or his music.
Yes. I think
there's quite a few 3D model statues of Crash too.
Yes, I made some previous videos. There was this orchestra leak, which I'm not sure if that's true anymore. I'm not sure actually. And the sort of the figure theory almost of that Sakurai has the figures of the characters, which I mean I've seen people make videos about that not being true, that's being completely ridiculous, which I can understand, but also I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that could be true also. But no, I would definitely say Crash is a very good candidate for who this could possibly be.
Yes.
Have you had time to think of not think of a move set, but think of how he would function? Do you reckon he'd be a heavy character, a fast character, weak? Any ideas?
I'd say sort of like a middle of the ground maybe, because even though he has got a new mobile game called Crash on the Run, I don't think he's fast.
No. He's never been.
But I don't think he's heavy either. So I think he'd be like a Mario sort of character, like a middle of the ground, decent recovery, decent speed, but not too fast, and he's not too bouncy, or he doesn't fall like a rock.
Yeah.
Moveset wise, all he does is spin. That's my only issue. I suppose he does use weapons of sorts, like coconut gun. No, that's DK. Like the Wampa fruit guns. I don't know.
I think that is my only I guess Achilles' heel when it comes to Crash is that I don't know if he's gonna have an interesting moveset, which is something I know Sakurai really does look for in a new character. He wants to introduce characters that are gonna bring something new to the table. I'm not sure how much Crash does that. Of course, Crash himself represents such an era of video games and is such a good representative and really should be in the game. But moveset wise, how unique he's going to be, I think that's where he slightly falls flat, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Sakurai made it's not a Gameovation Conversation without T mentioning Sonic. When Sakurai made Sonic, he wanted to embody the moveset from Sonic 1, so like his original. That's why he does a lot of spin dashing and whatnot. But like he didn't look at like games like Sonic Battle or like Sonic the Fighters. He wanted it to stylize a moveset around what he can do in his original game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he made that work.
Yeah, true.
To an extent.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, granted, Sonic was added back in Brawl, but yeah, Sonic's not the most interesting character in the world.
Like, we have seen tweaks to his moveset, and some of the animations do look different, but yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, my character prediction for E3, I've always been going between Crash Bandicoot and Rayman. You know, and mainly Rayman because of how tight Ubisoft is with Nintendo, and I'm surprised they really haven't had some sort of representative that we've seen the rabbits being added in as the Mii costumes, but other than that, we haven't really seen much. And considering we've had Rayman, the rabbits in the Mario game released about 3 years ago now, I believe.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a little while. I don't know. It's just weird that they haven't sort of done more together, and you know, since they've literally got a game of crossover characters, it's surprising that they haven't put an Ubisoft character in the game yet. You know, so that's really the biggest reason I can see Rayman getting in. I don't think Rayman has as much gravity to him as like Crash Bandicoot would. I don't think there's as much weight there as in like sort of almost global reaction, but it definitely is a possibility. I've also seen people chucking around Master Chief. However, I really think we've had Microsoft characters added now. We've had Banjo and we've had Steve. Can't see another Microsoft character being added. But are we in agreement that this next character E3 is going to be a third party?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I
100% agree.
Yeah, because it's always been a third party, and it feels like E3 is just the right place to do that. You know, instead of announcing a first party. But I do think that the character announced next month for E3 is going to be third party, but I think the final character is going to be a first party.
Ooh.
Yes.
I can probably guess who that first party character is as well.
Well, do you want to crack on with your second prediction?
Yes, because I've got 3 characters.
Okay.
As like, if not this, then that, you know?
Okay.
So I'm covering bases. So next character is Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah.
His debut game, Ninja Gaiden, was on the NES, and he's been since the late 80s. And you've got the Sigma Master Collection, which is the remakes of Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 from the Xbox 360, being brought to next-gen consoles, including the Switch.
Yep.
And he, you know, the only ninja we have really, well, I suppose we've got 2, Sheik and Greninja, but I'd say Ryu Hayabusa is more of a traditional ninja.
Okay. Who's the next character? I'll break them down after you say all your characters. So who's the next one you've got?
Right. So there's a bit of Mii costume missing, and that's the Lloyd Irving wig and costume.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to put money on. Well, no, I'm not willing to put money on. I want to say that there will be a Tales of representative, whether that be in the form of Lloyd Irving or another Tales of representative like Yuri from Tales of Vesperia.
Okay. Yeah.
So and it's the Namco characters anyway. And Namco has helped Sakurai make the game. And the only other Namco character we have is Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's true. And your third one?
That was my third.
Wait, Namco
Crash,
character. Oh,
Ryu, and Lloyd.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said when you had three for this second prediction.
No.
Sorry. Okay,
no,
so
those are my three altogether.
Okay, so Ryu, Hayabusa, and Lloyd Irving, but both really good predictions. Like I can't really fault them. Ryu he has kept cropping up in so many supposed leaks. He's been all over the place, and Ninja Gaiden is quite such a historic game at this point. It's been around for quite a number of decades. I unfortunately I don't know too much about Ninja Gaiden, so I can't really throw my hat into the mix and say anything about the games or the character. But I know he's got a huge fan base, and a lot of people would love to see him in the game. Just completely from a personal standpoint, I wouldn't really care. I think I'd be ever so slightly disappointed if he was the last one, just purely because I don't know him. But
kind of like the Terry character.
Yeah, almost, yeah. And I guess it kind of goes back to what you almost said about the reshuffling. Like, would they reshuffle Ryu Hayabusa at the very end? Like, you would think the final character is going to be a hard-hitting one, almost. Don't know. And Lloyd Irving, and like that's such a good point with the Mii costume, is that we literally have had Mii costumes not introduced and then turn out to be characters. Literally, we got a Rex Mii costume. Coincidentally, we didn't get a Pyra one, and lo and behold, Pyra's now a character.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I would not be surprised with Lloyd Irving. Once again, though, similar situation with Ryu Hayabusa. I do not know him whatsoever. So for me, on a personal standpoint, would not care. I wouldn't mind those two characters. Like, well, no, I would mind, but I know I'd just be impartial to them. I'd just be like, okay, they're cool characters. I don't know them though, so. So my guess it would be a first-party character, maybe a Pokemon. Maybe Rillaboom.
Does this Pokemon march to the beat of his own drum as well? Maybe
he does. I'm still holding out hope for Rillaboom. I've been saying, I think since my very first prediction video, Rillaboom. But honestly, this final one is just so up in the air, in my opinion. I feel like with the E3 character, you can kind of make an educational guess if it's going to be third party. And it's going to be a character that a lot of people know. You could argue it's going to be a Western character because of its E3. But, like, with this one, it could be anything. It really, really could be anything. I feel like Nintendo would want to end it on a first-party character, though. I feel like it's going to be... So many people's eyes are going to be drawn to this. I don't think they're going to want to almost give this sort of extra advertisement to another third-party character, if that makes sense.
I'm with you, I understand, yeah.
Unless, because we've obviously seen rumours about the code on the website, and there's like a missing code, so maybe it's going to be a third-party character, but then the final character, which could be a potential third, DLC, a third and final one, is going to be a first-party.
Oh, maybe.
What do you think of that, by the way? Do you reckon that's got any weight to it, or...
Well, I know you covered it, and I saw a video about it as well, saying about how this is the code on the website, isn't it? Like, there's like space missing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one space missing after the character and in between a Mii costume, which is very, very strange.
Yes, really bizarre. Yeah, like I'd love to see, and obviously the more characters we get, I think the better. But the poor man Sakurai, he does need a holiday.
He does. He really needs. And all expenses paid holiday.
And a nice long nap.
Yeah.
Like I said, the more characters we get, it'll be great. But
yeah, I think it's important to note as well that could be an extra character, but it also could be an Echo Fighter, a stage, something else. But more a Mii costume. Yeah,
I mean, they did drop a stage between all sort of DLCs, didn't they? The small battlefield, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. It could be poker floats. Who knows?
The reason why I didn't think Pokefloats would come back is because 8 players on a stage that moves quite a lot like Pokefloats. I don't think it's viable.
Well, I mean, if we got Smashville, which is the smallest stage, then surely Pokefloats could get on board then.
8 players Smash, 16 exclaimers.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So third possible character. I'd like I've said in all of these videos, I'd love to see Eggman make his Smash debut, and because I saw a post on Twitter from the voice actor himself that he isn't nothing to do with the game. However, all of Roger Craig Smith's lines as Sonic were taken from previous games.
Yeah.
So
and that happens a lot in like the video game voice acting industry. Is that sometimes they don't get the voice actors back for every single game. They just reuse things that may have not been used before, or just reuse things that were used before.
For example, when Sonic uses Final Smash, he says Supersonic style that is ripped straight from Generations.
Is it actually?
Supersonic style!
Yeah.
No, I'll be.
I'll send you the cutscene later.
Oh, nice one. Unbelievable.
I know, right? Ugh.
I think, just to wrap this up, I feel like I can very confidently say that the next character is definitely going to be announced at E3, and it's going to be third party. And I feel like the final character, whether or not it is the final character of this DLC pack, or there is going to be a secret third character announced.
I thought you say a third wave there. I was like, no.
I feel like whoever the last character is going to be, I feel like it's going to be first party. I don't know who. It could be a Pokemon. It could be something. It could be Blade Goomba, for all I know.
It perfectly bookend the Piranha Plant.
It really would.
Here's Boo.
Yay! King Bobon, please.
I'd come to the stage and the Super Mario 64 Bob on Battlefield, loving it. Brilliant. Good choice.
That'd be. Why have we not got like a level like that? Like
because we've got the Mario 64 level from Smash 64.
Yeah.
And if I hear the Bob on Battlefield one more time after playing through 3D All Stars, never again.
Dear. Right. Unless you've got anything else to say, I think that wraps up the video quite nicely.
No, that's me. Must be done. Yeah, I'm done.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, T. It's a pleasure as always.
I know, I'm glad you like me. I'm glad we get on.
Me too. And what do you guys think, though? Do you agree with our predictions, or do you disagree with our predictions? Well, be sure to let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe for all things Nintendo.